Hey, happy Tuesday, Houston. I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Kim Castro. I'm going to start you off this 10-minute stream with the Labor Day forecast because I know it's only Tuesday, but you're already thinking ahead as to when is going to be a good day for me to be out and about enjoying myself. Well, Saturday might be a little bit difficult. I think we have some pretty decent chances to see afternoon downpours and a little bit more accumulation than we've seen in days past. So maybe 1 to 2 inches widespread on Saturday with a couple of isolated areas picking up a little bit more. Sunday, that day looks pretty good. 93 degrees, partly cloudy skies, rain chances are fairly low, maybe 20%. Into Labor Day Monday, hey, are you headed to Galveston? That's not a bad idea. It's going to be really nice out there. 91, yes, you got a 30% chance for an isolated stray shower, but you also have peaks of sunshine and it's not going to be as humid. The breeze coming in out of the northeast, it's going to feel nice when you feel that 5 to 10 miles an hour, cool you off for at least a little bit. But I say be flexible with your plans because we've got rain chances at least one time during the day throughout the next 5 days. So for today, I think your highest rain likelihood, the time frame is going to be between 3 and 6 o'clock if you're in Harris County. If you're along the coastline or if you're up the Gulf Freeway, say towards Lake City, you're already seeing shower activity right now. So is the Bay. So it works its way from the coast inland throughout the afternoon and early evening. But if you have some late night plans tonight, I don't think you're going to have an issue. Tomorrow, same thing, just a little higher probability of seeing those showers in your particular neighborhood. So we expand the coverage just a little bit. Bring it back down for Thursday, bring it back down for Friday, and then hike it back up. So this is a look at our models that take a snapshot in the afternoon, right around 4 o'clock. So you'll notice there's quite a bit of activity expected for our Saturday. That's why I've hiked up the rain chances to 60%. That is your local forecast. Now, if you're planning to travel, everybody likes to take advantage of that extra day on Monday that we get off. Maybe you're going abroad and you're thinking, am I going to have any issues with anything in the tropics? Luckily, no. Right now, I am keeping an eye on Tropical Storm Ferdinand. It's still 40 miles an hour, and it's starting to lose some of its steam. So it's moving into an area that has a little bit cooler water. So from a tropical storm, it will become a remnant low as we go into early tomorrow. And regardless, notice it's not near any land masses, so it's not going to be an issue for anybody. It'll be a fish storm, and then it'll finally dissipate. Remember, we were monitoring that area that had first a 30% chance for development over the weekend, then it had a 10% chance of development yesterday. Now it is gone, zapped out of here. And a good reason for that is there's a ton of Saharan dust right where it was trying to hold its composure and get its act together. So the Greater and Lesser Antilles have quite a bit of dust. Cuba has a lot of dust. Central America does too. So that pretty much settles that. And the good thing is there is more dust that I'm tracking coming off the west coast of Africa. So as that continues to funnel along the MDR, the main development region, the zone that's favored for tropical development, this will stifle any clusters of storms that try to gain moisture, fuel. Dry air is the opposite of that. So dry, dusty air is something we actually like to see in the tropics. We don't really like to see it here in the city. Luckily, we don't have Saharan dust coming to Houston, but we have a little bit of a haze out there this afternoon because we've got some ground level ozone. So it's another ozone action day for us, and that means if you are in Harris, Brazoria, or Galveston, monitor air quality, and this is especially true for folks that have respiratory issues like asthma. You want to try and not breathe in all of that dirty air, especially between 4 and 7. Right now, air quality is not bad. Anytime we have the green or the yellow, good or moderate, that's very manageable. Once we get into the orange zone, that's when you might want to, think about skipping or shortening the amount of time that you have outside. Radar right now shows us a cluster of storms in Oklahoma pushing towards Louisiana, at least the northern part. Some of these are going to sag south. And notice there's a boundary that's sagging to Houston. That is going to aid in lifting up some of the moisture that we're going to drag in from the Gulf and eventually bring us some downpours here in Houston. Here's a live look at radar right now. So we had some showers this morning along Galveston and along the peninsula, even into the far east corner of Chambers County. Now they're starting to move in. So riding up the Gulf Freeway, getting close to League City. So League City here in the next 30 minutes, you'll start to see some shower activity. Baytown area has been seeing some pockets of rain. We've seen some showers in the bay. Notice I'm not tracking any lightning, which is good, but definitely something boaters want to keep an eye out, especially if you were, planning to spend your afternoon in Kemah this Tuesday evening. You might just want to keep in mind that we are having that threat of thunderstorms later on today, even though there's none of that right now. A live look at the Gulf Freeway looking back towards downtown shows things are quiet, nice and calm. A mixture of sun and clouds out there. Like I said, a little bit on the hazy side. 94 degrees, or a little bit warmer than where we were yesterday. Yesterday was pretty toasty. We made it up to 97 degrees. It feels like 101 because of that humidity. So all in all, it's a pretty normal day for us here in Houston. We got lucky without any rain chances yesterday. We're not going to see that same pattern today. In fact, starting around 2 o'clock in the afternoon is when I think the rain chances start to pick up the pace a little bit. High temperature today right around 96, maybe a degree warmer. Depending on if you see the rain or not. If you get some of these rain showers during the peak heating of the day, then the high temperatures will be stunted a little bit. This evening, though, nice and quiet, we start to see the cloud cover break apart, and we're in for a mostly clear evening. Temperature so far for the month of August has been running pretty warm. We've had several triple-digit days. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So it's definitely a warm August. And for this time of year, our high temperature should be right around 94 degrees. So I think we're going to wrap up the month at or above average. And so far, we've had lots of above average days, 17 of them. We've only had 4 below and 4 normal. So this trend where we're a little bit warmer is going to continue. The trend with the rain, though, has actually not been as high. We're down by about 1.5 inches for the month of August and close to 4 inches for the entire year. So rain we can definitely take. And so the rain chances on the 7-day forecast are a good thing. And if you're wondering or worried about rain deficit in the drought, we're not in a drought. So we're, all things considered, doing very good. 30% chance for storms today, like I said, 96. We hike up the rain chance tomorrow, we lower the temperature, and we continue to see that same trend. So Thursday and Friday, moderate rain chances. That means the high temperatures start to climb a little bit. Heavier rain on Saturday. We see the temps drop off. And then as we go into Sunday and Monday, pretty mild and beautiful. Only a 20% chance for a stray shower. Okay, I am wishing you a great Tuesday. Check back in with us at 4 o'clock with meteorologist Pat Kavlin, and our chief is on with you at 5, 6, and 10 with David Paul.